And then
is also
violating
a
white
law. I usually apply these speeches is
in some sense, I time is effectively up. They're absolutely make one point. I think we live in a violating white law. I usually apply these speeches. There is a I question effectively up. They're absolutely yet to one point. I think we live in a violating. It's a question of who we are as Americans. We're a disparate people spread across a vast geographic expanse, bound together by what exactly? It's a question of our time. We don't have a common religion. We don't have a common race or ethnicity. These are things that bind most nations together, a common genetic lineage, a common heritage. That's not us. Never has been, certainly isn't today. What is it that binds us together across those different, diverse attributes? I believe it is a common creed, an ethos that binds us together as Americans. It is an ethos captured in the Declaration of Independence that set the country into motion 250 years ago. It is an ethos actualized, concretized in the U.S. Constitution, which I view as the greatest operating manual for a nation in human history. But it's more than just what the words are in the Constitution or the technical operating strictures of our founding documents. It is an ethos that says that no matter who you are or where you came from or what your skin color is or where your parents came from, that you have an opportunity to be your own hero in the American landscape without any government or bureaucracy standing in your way. You could be a hero as a businessman. You could be a hero as an entrepreneur. You could be a hero as a national leader at the White House to a governor's mansion. You could also be a hero by being a cop or a police officer or a parent or a teacher or a dutiful son or daughter taking care of his elder parent in a nursing home, or somebody who just works hard for your family as a plumber and allows yourself to be the breadwinner for a family that gives your kids the American dream that's a better one than you had. That's what America is at our best. We're a nation founded on the freedom of every individual, no matter what your God-given gift is, distinct from every other person in the world, to use that unique God-given attribute to achieve the maximum of your potential in this country without a government or bureaucracy standing in your way. That, I believe, is who we are at our core. And we as human beings, we need the symbols that remind us of that from time to time. It is what I believe is in part codified in the symbology of the American flag right behind me here today. I think we live in a moment where we have lost those hero narratives, where those hero narratives for the next generation of aspiring heroes are missing. I believe that's what accounts for the growing epidemic of depression, anxiety, fentanyl, suicide. And against that backdrop, I don't want to oversell this or overbuild this up, but I think there's a role to recognize that ethos of America and the way in which that at least overlaps with the ethos of Bitcoin as well. I think Bitcoin and what it represents, more than as a financial asset, also helps fill that void, fill that hunger for a symbol, a reminder of what American greatness was all about. And I think it makes that in the national context an even more fitting asset to fill our national stockpiles and national strategic reserves with something that not only, most importantly, has the financial attributes that I laid out earlier, but even more importantly for the long run, also in a moment where we lack the symbols of reminding ourselves and our next future generations of who we are, helps to fill that void by embracing capitalism rather than apologizing for it, by embracing success rather than victimhood. We're victors, not victims. That's who we are. And as much as I believe that's the American creed, that'd be the creed that I would like to see embodied in the future of Bitcoin. And I'll close with this, also the policies that are set surrounding not only the future of Bitcoin, but more generally, the future of crypto policy in America. I don't want to see us fall into a trap where we make the very mistakes in regulating and constraining and use crony capitalism to weed out and eliminate competitors. That's what you see in other industries. That's what you see through all of the course of human history and its interface between business and government. I think what makes the future of Bitcoin, and I'm not going to conflate them, but more broadly the future of crypto policy interesting and important, is that if the ethos of Bitcoin and the ethos of the character of the asset class we're talking about today is distinct and embodies the American spirit, then I want to make sure that we here in America don't adopt some of the same cronyist or market-limiting or competition-limiting forces that have tempted us in other regulated industries to use our future policy framework and the future of Bitcoin and crypto policy more generally to embrace those principles of freedom and competition without apology. And I offer that both as hopefully a note of inspiration as well as a note of caution as we enter what I believe is a new golden age, not just for America, but a new golden age for innovation in America. And I do believe that Bitcoin will be a critical and important part of it. Thank you for having me today, guys. God bless you and our great country. And come visit Ohio. I appreciate it. Thank you.